Welcome to From Mess to Message, a journey to purpose. Today we are joined by author, motivational speaker, two-time Daily News Golden Glove champion, and the creator and founder of Skateorobics, Tanya Dean. Hello, Tanya. Welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm wonderful. We are so honored to have you here with us today.
I'm honored that you asked me. I'm excited.
So, Tanya, tell the viewers,
Okay.
where did Tanya Dean's journey begin?
Where did it begin?
Tell
My
us a
journey?
little bit about you.
A little bit about me.
Yeah.
I am a retired New York City correction captain, like you said, a personal trainer and a group fitness instructor. I'm a certified roller skating instructor, a motivational speaker, a life coach. I created a roller skating dance troupe called Sisters in Motion, and I'm the founder of Skateorobics.
So, where you from? Where did you grow up?
I'm from Jamaica, Queens. I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. I'm a Queens girl. My parents are from Baltimore. They came up when they were young, 18, 19 years old. I have two sisters and three brothers. Went to school just like everybody else, public school, junior high school. I graduated from August Martin High School.
Okay.
And my journey just started from when I was young. I was always into dance. I started dancing around the age of 7. And from dancing, I danced in Baisley Projects, which is not too far from where I grew up at. And I fell in love with just being physically fit and working out. And that journeyed into teaching aerobics. That journeyed into doing the talent shows. We did talent shows in junior high school. We did talent shows in high school, and we were really good at it. And from there, then I went to corrections. And from corrections, the jail was the job was so hard and intense that I was looking for outlets to try to help just ease the intensity of the job. So I started to box. And that boxing helped release tension. So you don't have to beat up your coworkers, but you can just let that frustration out.
Let it go.
But I always was active. I ran, I swam. So this is my journey has always been athletic. So it just moved into the boxing and then the roller skating.
Let's talk about the boxing.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about the boxing. Now, you are two-time Daily News Golden Glove champion.
Right.
Now, anybody look at you, they be like, what? Like, for
good.
real? Yeah, because then they underestimate you and don't,
knock their head off.
Yes. So tell us about how you got there.
Well, how I got into boxing, again, like I said, I was always physically active, so I was always looking for something new to do because my attention span was really short. I always wanted to do something else creative. So the guy that I was dating at the time was friends with Zab Judah, his dad, Yoel. So they would always go to the gym. And since we were always working out, and I was always in Bally's at the time working out, I started going to Bed-Stuy Gym right on Gates and Marcus Garvey with them. And then they was like, well, let's come and start working out. So I came with them and we just started working out again. And I really loved the workout. I really loved the exercise. And that year, the Daily News came up with the women. They were doing the men, but that was the first year they had the women. And they were like, since you were already in the gym, why don't you try out? So from there, I used to spar with Zab and them and the other guys in the gym. And one thing led to another. And I just started. I was always a fighter, though. I was a terror when I was growing up. I was fighting when I was young, so I think that kind of.
You was knocking them out.
I was fighting when I was young. So it just, I think, sometimes the universe just lines you up. You don't see it, but when you're looking back, you'll see it comes full circle. This is why. So I was always fighting my brothers or sisters, but, not my sisters, but my brothers, or fighting with them in school, just regular child's play. It really wasn't harmful like it is today. You look at them and they want to shoot you and all kind of stuff. I think the biggest weapon we had was like a 22. If you had a 22, everybody was like, oh my God. Now they walking around with AK-47s and stuff.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. What? Now, being a female
Okay.
and a female boxer,
Okay.
what what did you feel was your other than your male counterparts with their issues? What do you think was your greatest obstacle in truly pursuing a boxing?
Career. I don't think I had my greatest obstacle was my job because boxing is really intense. You have to eat right, you have to sleep right, you have to work out, and the workout is really hard. You know, you're running 5 to 10 miles a day. Then you have to spar. You have to be in the gym every day. You have to sleep right. So I was working as a correction officer and got promoted to captain. And when I got promoted to captain, we were on a rotating schedule called the wheel.
Okay.
And that was my obstacle from fighting. But also, since this was something new for women, I didn't know what the ramifications was going to be. And then, you know, at the time, Muhammad Ali and them in Holyfield, they started slurring in their speech.
Yes.
So I didn't really know if that was something that I would want to continue long term because I didn't know what the effects it would have on women
Exactly.
and, you know, our female parts.
Exactly.
So that kind of discouraged me as well. I love the workout. I love fighting, but I didn't know what the ramifications long term being punched upside the head, what that would look like in 10, 15, 20 years. So that kind of discouraged me along with my job as well.
Okay. With tell us about starting Sisters in Motion, and what was the inspiration? I know you said you danced most of your life,
Yes.
but I know that from speaking to you, I know that every single thing you do is to motivate and to push
Absolutely.
forward.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little about starting Sisters in Motion and how that all like really came together.
So what happened once I couldn't box anymore, and I was still working in corrections. I was working at the health management division, and I was working on a midnight tour during that time, and I was looking for something else to do. So one day when I was off, I went down to the legendary Empire roller skating rink right there on Empire Boulevard. And I just skated one day. Something just said, there go that something again, something just said, go roller skating. So I went and I was going through a dark period. I don't know, I was just tired, you know, life, trying to find myself, coming into my own awareness. What do I want to do? What my purpose is? Where am I going? You know, all the questions you start asking yourself as you journey through life. And so I started going to the roller skating rink. And I noticed that it made me feel good, feel liberated. But there was an intuitiveness in me when I see people, they just didn't look happy. And something just came to me like, people are going through things. I think people were coming out of the crack era, and I've heard stories, you know, about on drugs and jail, and I noticed that people were I just felt inside that something else was wrong. So when I was skating and I was looking around, one day and we used to skate Saturday nights from 11 at night to 4 in the morning. And then I was also heavy into the church. I was doing liturgical dance. So I would skate to 4, go home and sleep for an hour, and then get up and go to church and dance for 3 services, 6, 8, and 11 at the Greater Allen Cathedral Church. But I noticed when I would come on Saturday, the energy just didn't feel right. People I could just see inside them. And I was like, Lord, I said, can you use roller skating, you know, for your glory? I said, to help people. It looked like people are traumatized and they're going through things. And what can we do to help that? So I just started roller skating, and I used to meet up with women every week. I didn't really know who they were, but the same people used to come all the time. Then we started going to S.K.A.T.E up in the Bronx. So we started dancing and stepping. And as they taught me the steps and the guys taught me the routines, I was like, this is exhilarating. This is fun. So with my dance background and my aerobic background, I was like, let's do this. And every time we danced or did a routine, people would say to me, oh my God, that's aerobic. Oh my God, that's crazy. So what happened in 2007, Empire closed. And when Empire closed, it was like a devastating loss to us, to Brooklyn, to the community, because everybody was raised up in Empire, Brooklyn. You know, who don't know about Empire? And so we had to migrate. In April of 2007, S.K.A.T.E closed. Right? March of 2007, S.K.A.T.E closed. And then April, Empire closed. But by then we was just really into it. So we all went over to New Jersey. And what I wanted to do was keep us all together, have that kind of family feel and keep us together. So when we moved to Jersey, I created Sisters in Motion, because with all the dissension, the backbiting, the cattiness, and everything that was going on in the rink, I wanted to create a vehicle that we could just come together and just share and transfer energy and play and have fun. So that's how Sisters in Motion was born.
Now, Sisters in Motion, is that still actually going on now?
Sisters in Motion, it took a hiatus.
Okay.
That's a journey too long for this segment to talk about. We'll be here all day. We gotta go. But from that transition from Sisters in Motion, it's something that still exists. But out of Sisters in Motion, Skateorobics was born. So when you want me to come back and talk about Sisters in Motion,
so tell us about, now we transition into Skateorobics.
We transition.
So tell us about Skateorobics.
So Skateorobics was designed. It combines dancing, exercise, and roller skating. And I created that again to bring us people together, all people, 18 and older, to come and have fun. But with the Skateorobics, there are a lot of benefits to roller skating. Roller skating is making a huge comeback. People are recognizing the benefits, how it builds self-confidence and all the other health benefits around roller skating. So when I created Skateorobics, so we can just do something and have fun. Those people that used to skate back in the days and think skating is dead and gone, no, you can come back. I have people, I teach roller skating at Hot Skates Roller Rink.
Yes,
You was
yes,
there.
I have been, yes.
Been to the class.
Yes, and when do you do that?
I do that on Friday evenings.
Every Friday
from
evening.
8:30 to 10. And you've been there.
Yes.
And what I've noticed, people are coming back to roller skating. I have the oldest person in my class is like 68 years old. And she came back and she was like, I just want to do it again. I just want to roller skate. So I wanted to create a vehicle that, and then exercise has become mundane. It's become redundant. It's boring. People don't want to run in circles, tired of running on the skate, the treadmill. So I was like, let's do something that we can have fun, feel like a kid again, but also burn calories, work out, and receive the benefits that roller skating has to offer.
And from there, then you as well, because you have authored a book.
I have authored a book
called The Power of the
Skate.
Skate. Now, tell us, because I know you have acronym. I know there's an acronym in there. So tell us a little bit about the book.
The Power of the Skate. I eat roller skating. I drink roller skating. I teach roller skate. I skate. I have personal. So with all of that, and just like you said, I do motivational speaking in the colleges to the high school students. And what I noticed that when I was teaching, I also teach in the Board of Ed. I was teaching at New Design Middle School. I had a program called Leadership Development through roller skating. I teach in the New York City Parks and Rec. We had St. John's Recreation Center in Brooklyn and Sunset Park Recreation Center in Brooklyn. So everything around me is skating. And what I knew what the benefits were for me, I kept feeling something. And everybody was like, roller skating is just amazing. It releases endorphins. It makes you feel good. You feel liberated. It's freeing. It's something about it that you can just do effortlessly. You could do it by yourself or you could do it in a group. But I noticed that when I started teaching roller skating, there were benefits and things that you need to be a good roller skater. And I said, the same characteristics that you need to be a good roller skater, you can use in life to just be about good in anything you want. So it came to me one day when I went to speak at Monroe College in the Bronx. I said, the power of the skate, transforming lives through roller skating. So I broke down the acronym for SK.A.T.E. And the S stands for self-confidence. Because in order to make decisions in life, in order to be successful in life, you have to have self-confidence. Yes. And roller skating, and I use the analogy side by side, because when people are starting to learn to roller skate, they don't have confidence. Yes. They have to make it, their self-esteem is, they're afraid of falling. They're watching other people skate and they're like, this is not me. And in life, when people are getting ready to make decisions, they feel their confidence, can I do this? Can I be this good? Mama told me I couldn't, or daddy said I wasn't going to be anything. So we got to build up their self-confidence. Yes. So in skating, I have to build up their self-confidence and let them know you can do this. And so I transferred the S from the skating to real life results. Self-confidence, move from self-doubt to self-confidence, teaching them the things and the methods that they could use to build up their confidence. And that's by trying. Then I use the K in skate for keep going. In life, you're going to reach obstacles. Yes. Things may happen to our youth, and I'm talking to the youth now. You may encounter, you may not be able to go to school at the time, or your parents don't have the money, or young girls get pregnant, or a male may go to jail. But at the end of the day, this is your life. You have to keep going. Now, in roller skating, in the rink, in order to be a good skater, you got to keep going. You have to go. Yes. And sometimes they'll get there and then they'll stop. And I'm like, you got to get back to the other side. You have to work, and you build your self-confidence to keep going. Yes. Then the A is accentuate the positive. Stop thinking about, in skating, what you cannot do. I don't let them use can't. We are not able to use those words because they're self-defeating. Let's try. You're going to try anything new, whether it's roller skating, whether it's a new job, whether you come up with a new idea. You have to have a good attitude. You must believe that you can do it. You have to make that decision. And you want an attitude of gratitude. Yes. We always look at what we don't have. But look at what we do have. And when you're looking at what you do have, it's hard to be ungrateful. It's hard to feel bad. Yes. So the A stands for accentuate the positive. T in skating, you got to take your time. You're learning something new. Yes. In life, when you're learning something new, you have to take your time. Yes. You got to research. You got to study. You look around. And think also about what it is that you want to do. Set goals in life. In skating, set goals. You want to learn how to stride. Then you want to learn how to pivot. Then you may want to learn how to do figure eights. In life, you want to learn how to do whatever it is that you're doing. Or if you don't want to do what you're doing, you want to move to what you do want to do. But you got to take your time. You got to look around. Going around the rink, take your time. Obstacles going to come. In the rink, people are coming by you. You got to be careful. Yes. But you got to keep going. Keep going. And the E in skate stands for educate. Education starts long after school stops. And education means leaders are readers. In the rink, you want to learn how to roller skate? Look at other roller skaters. Look at roller skating films. Go out and practice. Exactly. But in real life, you got to educate yourself. You got to be around positive, like-minded people who are going in the direction that who believe in you and will help you in those moments when you don't believe in yourself to keep going. Educate yourself. Go to seminars. You want to go to meetings and gatherings if you want to be a mathematician or something. You're going to go where they do math.
Yes.
And if you want to be into gaming, you're going to go around the gamers to learn. If you want to box, you're going to go into the gym.
Yes.
If you want to be a doctor, you want to be around nurses and practitioners who are doing what you are doing,
Yes.
so you can educate yourself.
Yes.
So books, seminars, and being an educate.
Yes.
So that's what SK.A.T.E stands for: self-confidence, keep going, attitude, accentuate the positive, think, take your time, and educate yourself. And with those qualities, there's nothing you can't do in life if you don't give up. And my motto is never give up.
Now, I'm going to go a little personal.
Get on
Just a little
personal.
personal. So, I know that we all have a journey.
Yes.
And there's the good, there's the bad, there's the. What would you say was your most trying time that you had to dig the deepest to push past and to push through?
My most trying time was with the group Sisters in Motion. I created that group, but I didn't have the. See, let's go here. When I was younger, I've always heard the call of God to be in some sort of position of leadership. But me growing up, I didn't have self-esteem. I didn't have the images of dark skin. So looking at the light skin and the white people, I didn't have that confidence that I'm speaking of that I have now. So that's probably why I push so hard for people to better themselves and get results. So when I was growing up, I didn't like myself. And it wasn't anything that came out of my home. I think it was subliminal messages that may have been on TV, watching Leave It to Beaver or the Brady Bunch
you didn't
or
see
something.
yourself.
I didn't see myself.
Yes.
So I didn't identify, you know, and then growing up as a kid, you know, the guys would say, they black, you know, hey, black. And that was a term of endearment for them. But for me, I'm a young girl, that's traumatizing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so then the self-talk that we have, the misconceptions, the illogic that we have in our brain, all of that, I didn't have a lot of self-esteem growing up. So so I used to hear, God, I say so, I don't mean to say that a lot. I was pushed, and people were always saying, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to be a speaker. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't like life that much to want to lead and speak and teach anybody anything. And if anybody is crazy as I am, because like I was fighting and everything I was going, I was like, I don't want to teach anybody else anything. And so what happened is, through the roller skating, God put me in, he blindsided me. I said he got jokes. He blindsided me into leading that group. And I was terrified because that's not what I want. I just wanted to have fun. Ooh, pray, you know, have fun. And I found myself in a position of leadership, and it was very hard and difficult. And then I had to deal with so many women. Up to one time, I had like 100 women. Now imagine you can't even lead yourself. And you have all these people looking up to you. And the group New York had never seen a group this dynamic. And then it was all women. And we came together, but inside, what comes with people is a lot of envy, jealousy, negativity, miscommunication. And that was hard. I was coming out of corrections. I grew up hard. I thought everybody was hard. I didn't know that women were as fragile, I would say, as they were. And how I found out the dynamics of women, I had to watch these reality shows. I didn't know. When I grew up, I had a couple of girlfriends. We still girlfriends to this day. We've been together 40 years. So I didn't have the back and forth and the cat fighting that I had in the group. And then I didn't know how to deal with that. And then I didn't know how to talk to people. So with that, that was the hardest time, learning myself. He put them in front of me so I could see me, so I can change to become the person. It was the hardest 2-year experience that I had. It was hard.
So, well, you know, I can sit here and we can talk all day.
I told you don't go into sisters emotions. Didn't I tell you that?
But we have to cut it. We're on a half-hour show.
Okay.
But we are so honored that you came and joined us today. And we thank you. And we're going to be talking to you a lot more.
Yes.
So we'll do a longer sit down.
Yes.
But what I want to say to you, I want you to find your voice. And when you find your voice, don't you ever lose it. Don't you ever let anyone drown your voice.
My name is Tracy Mitchell.
And Tracy, how long have you been skating?
I'm actually coming up on an anniversary. Next year will be my 40th year of skating.
40th year. And could you tell us a little bit about how you actually started skating and what made it become a passion for you?
My father took the whole family skating one day, and I'm the youngest of four. And I saw people falling down in my family getting hurt, and I wanted to learn how to skate so I could come back and show them the right way so they won't get hurt the next time we go.
Hi, my name is Shadina.
And how long have you been skating?
I've been skating for about 10, 11 years now.
10 or 11 years. Now, skating takes a lot of discipline. How do you feel that the art of skating can help in regards to discipline for our young people now?
Well, like you said, it does take a lot of discipline, and with like anything in life, you know, it takes patience, it takes practice, it takes repetition, it takes consistency, you know, and determination if you want to, you know, master certain moves. And, you know, it's a great way for us to also express ourselves, you know, and build confidence and you know, what we do. So it's also a good way to stay in shape. So that's also, you got to be disciplined in that too. So it's great in all fields.
Within skating, the discipline that I feel the most that I apply to my everyday life is just trying to push forward with everything that I do in life. We go into the struggles of skating when I first started and feeling kind of struggle. And also in life that we always deal with, there's a lot of struggles. So everything we pick up, we don't learn from the get-go. So initially, when we first started skating, we gotta take our time and crawl before we start walking and then run after. So in my everyday life, I push with learning new things. The same thing I apply to skating, this is what I apply to my daily life, where I may have some new projects, I want to learn it, apply it to my life, and continue to build from that point on.
Be honest with what you're upset about, what you're happy about, and then find your path, you know, and stay on your path as best as possible. But don't beat yourself up because we're human. You know, just try to get back on your path and do the right thing as much as possible.
Well, skating with Tanya, what goes on is it's a skate family, and she encourages you. So if you're going through something, she will help you. So this is the place to be, and she's the person to see.
And until next time, we want you to lead with love, because love always wins. Till next time.